Hello and welcome to Urbek City Builder. If you would like to check out the game, there is a link in the description. And you know me, I absolutely love city building games. I've played a huge amount of City Skylines and a variety of other games over the years. And for me personally, I absolutely love how each and every one of the city builders that comes out does something just that little bit differently. And in this one, you are mostly focusing on building your own neighborhoods, for example, nightlife, industrial, and so on. And you can see here in the back of the main menu screen exactly what I'm talking about. So you can basically make it so that there's a neighborhood in each section of your map. And personally, I absolutely love this because it already includes mods. You have the ability to install mods however you want, and this is a game that is a bit more to do with getting a maximum score. Now, if that's obviously not your thing, then you can just enable sandbox mode, and it doesn't really matter then, you know, you can just kind of do whatever you want to do. So what we're going to do is I'm gonna call my city Reformia, as you might expect. And then we're going to be playing on the temperate biome. Technically, you could play on desert, archipelago, Valdivian, rainforest, and indeed ruins, and they will indicate a variety of different, should we say, gameplay mechanics. So, for example, in the desert, food is hard to obtain, and you have to build wells to have an agriculture that hardly produces any food, although near the rivers the productivity is much higher. You won't find wood here, instead you'll have to build quarries to get stone. So it completely changes the way that you handle the game. So we're going to be playing on temperate here because obviously that is the best map to start with, and I actually can't play on the others at the moment. So we're just going to be doing that, and we'll play on medium map, standard resources, coastal with the sea, and we're going to have a river. You can actually have a mighty river as well, which in my opinion sounds pretty fun. There's also a lagoon. Maybe it would be cool to have a lagoon, but no, we're just going to play with a regular river, and I am actually going to be enabling no desert. For me personally, when the desert was enabled, I found it a bit too frustrating, a bit too annoying to deal with, especially considering it does prevent you from building farms. So that's obviously a bit of an issue. Anyway, you can hide the UI with the U key, so if you want to take really beautiful screenshots, then obviously you can do that. And you can also switch the camera here, so you can zoom in a little bit and zoom out with the C key. And otherwise, we're just going to be building a road heading into a forest. So let's just go ahead and do something like this. Something like that. There we go. Alright, so now we're just going to build 6 fields. This is really, really simple. You basically just do 3 by 2. Boom. And then you're done. There you go. That's it. The fields are already done. Yeah. Super, super nice and easy, right? Yeah. It is really, really easy. Okay, so otherwise we could just do this. And you can... That's the cool thing about this game, actually. You can focus a bit more on how aesthetically pleasing your city looks, rather than thinking about how much consumption or how much happiness people have. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, they are indeed attributes that you are going to have to worry about. But I feel a bit more relaxed playing this in comparison to other games of the same genre. So maybe that's just me, I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to have a wonderful riverfront property here, or a bunch of properties for our citizens, and they're going to have a wonderful time. Yes, and yeah, you can right-click on various tiles to gain information about them, as you can see right here. Super, super easy to do, and very intuitive, and there's also a bulldozer tool, as you might expect. We're just going to be destroying one of those trees over there, just to showcase the thing and move the tutorial onward. I've already done the tutorial, but it's kind of useful just to go through that again with you, just so that you can kind of see what's going on with it. And we're also going to be building a road right now, and just going into the forest here, and then building a lumber camp. So this lumber camp is going to be really nice because it's basically going to replant trees, it's going to cut down trees, and it's going to provide us with lumber. And obviously we are going to need lumber if we're going to be building more and more houses. So hover over the resource bar so you can see here, you can gain wood from lumber camps. It tells you every single thing that is being consumed. And what I really like is that they have put this value into something known as work. And work is produced by, well, it's produced by houses, of course, because your civilians are going to be, you know, living in those houses. And the more houses you have, the more work you have, and then you can build buildings such as the lumber camp and the farm and so on. So it's basically all just about balancing everything out in a really wonderful utopian sort of way, and it actually works significantly well. I like it, at least. So reach 100 population by building more houses and feeding them. At the top right, you can see the town's current population and their happiness. So you can see here we have 6 happiness. Yes, keep in mind that houses will only appear if your town has a surplus of food. In other words, you need to build and continue to maintain your fields. So, easy enough, right? Well, let's just wait and see. Let's just wait and see exactly what's going to happen here. Alright, so I'm going to just do a little bit of something here. We're just going to go a little bit outward here, and we're just going to build a bit of a neighborhood, and then we're going to build another one around about here as well. I'm doing this very roughly, by the way, but you can basically just spend as long as you want on this. In my opinion, this is just super easy and nice, and I don't know, it feels relaxing. It feels relaxing. It might not remain that way, but it does feel relaxing, that's for sure. So we're just going to build the road right through the forest here, and then we're just going to go all the way around and just get another road over there. There we go. All right, so now let's actually do a little bit of something with some houses. So let's get some more houses up and running right there. Let's get another 6 houses there. And now we are having some food problems. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to build a field. Let's do another 3x2. There we go. And that's going to give us more food. I mean, obviously, we're already maxed out in food, technically, so we don't really need to worry about it, but it's always nice just to have a decent amount. Yes, also, by the way, there is this thing known as a farmhouse. I do need to get to 200 population to be able to unlock this. There are a variety of different structures, of course, that are going to be locked at the start, and you're going to have to unlock them with population requirements and things like that. So yeah, that's well, to be expected, I suppose. And otherwise, we are just going to... I actually wonder, can I do this? Can I do this without actually having a road right next to it? Yeah, I think I can, actually. That's pretty cool. Alright, yeah, so we can just do that. And we can also do houses along here as well. I think I will just do another 6 there. That seems pretty good to me. And yeah, we're just going to have the lumberyard doing its thing. We need some more fields by the looks of things, so let's just do that. There we go. Let's do this. Alright. And by pressing Control, you can view your city from an inhabitant's point of view. From there, you can use WASD to move and the mouse to look around. Yes, look at this. Look, there's a car. Hello there, Mr. Car. Yes. Don't run me down, sir. Don't run me down. And you can also pause time when you are in this particular perspective, which I very much appreciate. It's actually pretty funny, because you can even speed things up. Can you? Can you speed things up? I'm trying with the number keys, but it doesn't seem to be working. Maybe that's a different button or something like that. But yeah, anyway. Click on the farm icon in the bottom menu. You'll see the farmhouse has now appeared, and it is locked, as I just talked about. More buildings will become visible and available as you progress through the game. And yeah, so it's just basically showing you what you need to do. And we're actually almost at 200 population, amazingly enough. Huh, who would have thought it, right? Who would have thought it? Anyway, we're just going to build some more houses right there. And we just need to reach 200 population, which should be relatively easy, right? Yeah, I think it should be relatively easy. So let's just see what happens. I might need to build some more fields here. Let me actually just go ahead and just fill this out. I think it might actually be a good idea just to fill it out with complete fields. It might make sense, right? And then we'll just do more of this. There we go. Alright, so what is going to happen is we're going to get to 200 population. We're actually already at 200 population. Now, the cool thing about farmhouses is they produce a large amount of food while consuming basically nothing, which is actually amazing. Displayed areas can help you to find where you can build the farmhouse. You can see the restriction on the left side. So, for example, you need to build the farmhouse in range of farms, 12 or more farms, you see. So I can build the farmhouse around about there, and I can also, I think, probably build one maybe here. No farmhouse in the radius. Yeah, that's now that's the issue. Yeah, so you see exactly what I mean. So it's more of a case of you gotta kind of work out things and make sure that they're actually working as intended. So for example, let's say that I want to build. Let's actually just do a couple more roads here, because you never know. Probably going to need some, right? So let's just do something like this. There we go. And let's just get a couple of fields. We need 12 fields, right? So I guess something like this. Oh yeah, there are trees there. Of course there are trees there. Get out of the way. Thank you. All right. So yes. Otherwise, now we can build a farmhouse once the fields are actually built. To be fair, and yeah, now we can build that right about here. There's actually only 8. Why is there only 8? Oh well. It seems like I'm. No. Yeah. They're just building them. All right. So yeah, it's obviously going to take a little bit of time for that to appear, possibly. Or did I count wrong? Did I actually count that wrong? I have no idea. So I'm just going to build a couple more. And yeah, you can see here. Look at the overabundance of food I have right now. So the best thing that I suppose I can do is literally just go ahead and expand. Just expand. You know, just completely expand. Get a bunch more houses. Round about there. Seems pretty good to me. And we can now build the farmhouse here. There we go. There's the other farmhouse. And we can also use hotkeys. Now, usually I would be the first person to try and use the hotkeys because I absolutely love using keybinds in any game that I can. But for me specifically, I don't know. This is a little bit of a... I wouldn't say that this is a particularly big deal, but for me personally, I find these kind of difficult to remember, although it shouldn't really be that, because H for houses, right? H for houses, F for farms, R for roads, kind of makes sense, right? Yeah, pretty easy to remember, but for me, I actually would prefer the keybinds to be listed on the actual icon. So, for example, I'd like roads to be Q, I'd like houses to be E, I guess, and I'd like farms to be R or something like that. So it's right there where your hand is, because obviously you're moving around with WASD, and it's just much more comfortable for me specifically to be able to do it that way. I know a lot of real-time strategy games do it that way, and I kind of thought, hey, you know what, maybe that would actually be kind of cool, but who am I to say? Who am I to say? They've obviously done their testing and stuff like that. So anyway, let's press F, and then we can press 2, and then you can have another farmhouse if you want. I obviously am probably not going to be building another farmhouse because we have a lot of food at the moment. But maybe we should build another one? I don't really know. Okay. So yeah, now look at this. Now we have the ability to upgrade our farmhouses. So we can actually upgrade to a village house, and we can even unlock a villa as well, which is going to be very nice. So let's do... Oh, I need another farmhouse. Okay, I need another farmhouse. Okay, so let me just build a relatively large field right there. Get rid of that tree just to make it all nice and uniform, I guess. And we're just going to do something like this. And like that. There we go. Actually, it would probably be a decent idea to connect these two. So I'm actually just going to go straight through the forest there. And then we're going to build another lumber mill. Do I need another lumber mill, actually? I mean, why not, right? I mean, maybe it makes sense. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah, so otherwise, I'm just going to speed the game up a little bit as well. So let's see. What can I do? Well, I need another farmhouse, don't I? Yes, I need another farmhouse. So that is exactly what we're going to do. We're going to build one round about there. And there we go. So the village house and the lumberjack cabin have now been unlocked. So the village house I can do through here. And there you go. Now this village house has been upgraded, which is actually pretty cool. So you need 300 population and 3 farmhouses to unlock the village house. And then they need energy. Okay. Density, some houses in a radius. So first build a lumberjack cabin close to your lumber camp to produce energy, which is firewood. And lumberjack cabin also needs 303 farmhouses to unlock. So obviously there's synergy in relation to that. So that's actually pretty cool. And otherwise, yeah, now we can build the lumberjack cabin right next to the lumberyard, which is exactly what we're going to do. And we're going to do the same one over there. So there we have it. Okay, fantastic. So now we have those. And now we have the tenant farmer too. Okay, I have no idea what that is. Now things are starting to just completely speed up, and everyone is just like, oh, you've got this and that, and oh, it's crazy. Anyway, remember to make sure that no resource has a negative production rate. Yeah, check your food production by hovering over the food. Well, I am actually doing very well in terms of that at the moment. Only a few blocked constructions are shown, so as not to overwhelm you with options. If you want, oh yeah, that's actually that's actually really nice. And if you want, you can see all possible constructions by pressing the escape key and then activating the corresponding options. So for example, if you actually want to can you change the hotkeys? You can actually change the hotkeys. So my complaint about that is completely unfounded, because you can basically just rebind them. I didn't realize that you could rebind them, so there you go. I guess that should be a pretty, should we say, default function nowadays, that you can actually rebind keys, and indeed you can in this game, so there you go. Anyway, the tenants are peasants who rent the land. Their living conditions are very low. They need only 3 farms next to them. Build a tenant farmer. Alright, so you can hold down the Alt key to overbuild any building, so you don't need to destroy a farm to build your tenant farmer. Just hold Alt and build on the farm. Alright, that sounds actually pretty cool. Where is the tenant farmer? There he is. Alright, let's do this. So let's do that round about here. And the landowner needs at least 4 tenant farmers to produce. Build a landlord's house? Okay, we need another one. Okay, and that's obviously built now. There we are, and now we've unlocked this. Whoa, this is a massive house. Okay. Yeah, this is a massive house. How am I supposed to even put this? How am I supposed to put this down even? Okay, where do I put it? Four or more. We need 4 or more. We have currently 2. Okay, yeah, so let's just do this like that. Like so. There we go. And then the landlord's house can go here. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know what I'm doing right now, but it seems to be working okay, I guess. So to get more energy, you can now upgrade your lumberjack cabins into lumberjack houses. Right-click or that, use that, You can see that we get upgraded to a lumberjack house. So you need that and at least 2 lumberjack cabins. If it has 4 houses nearby, I don't have 4 houses nearby, amusingly enough. Yes, 4 or more squares with at least 6 residents in a 2 radius. Yeah, so I don't actually have houses near to this, which is definitely something we're going to have to rectify. So let me actually just build. I don't know why you'd have houses around the lumberjack place, but I guess maybe the lumberjack has to live somewhere, I guess. I mean, maybe that would be kind of kind of a good idea. Yeah, okay, well, whatever the case, let me just go ahead and build a road. There we go. And then we also have the ability to build another lumberjamp? No, not a lumberjamp, but a lumber camp. Indeed. There we go. There's another one. And let's build one there. Village houses consume more food than wooden huts, so build a grain silo to be able to feed the population. Aha, there's the grain silo right there. I need 700 population, and we also need additional farmhouses. Okay, so if I say village house, boom, there we go, village house, there we go, and just upgrade all of these. That's basically how you can upgrade. And oh, these guys are all upgraded already. Look at that. How did they get upgraded without me doing anything? I guess density. Must be density or something like that. So you see here 15. Yeah, it seems like they might actually do that themselves. That's pretty cool. And you can also get a villa now as well, and you're going to need to satisfy some requirements there as well. So yeah, anyway, grain silo, where is it? There it is. Okay, so we still need 1 more farmhouse. Okay, so 1 more farmhouse. Let's build that. Have fun with that. All right, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to do something like this. And then just get some additional farms. There's actually a bridge right there. I'd love to see the bridge. So let me actually just go and do something like this. And there's the wooden bridge. That looks very cool. Okay, I would like to be able to do this. Okay, let's see. How does this work? Can I do I just do it like, aha, okay, that is very cool. All right, I like it. So basically what we can do is we can do this, and then we can just connect that to the road. Yeah, it's a bit ugly because I'm doing it poorly, but yes, you get the point. Yeah, you get the point. But that's actually really, really nice and easy. Some city builders make it very difficult to go across water, and I'm actually super nice that, well, I'm very surprised in a very good way that it is working really nicely here. We also have iron ore. Look at that. There's iron ore over there, so that's definitely something that we are probably going to want to take advantage of as soon as possible. All right, so do we now have the ability to get the grain silo? Almost. Because we need the farmhouse. We need this one more farmhouse right there. And there we have it. Okay, so that is now done. And I need to build more houses, of course. I need to build more houses. So let me actually just build a whole bunch. There we go. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. And that's the point, actually. Building houses in the way that I have over here is actually not very efficient. Apparently, the best way of doing it is to actually do it in a neighborhood formation. So in other words, just slap them all right next to each other. And apparently that actually has a much greater impact on how you're able to gain population and everything. Because I mean, you can see here, look at my population right now. I literally just built a couple of houses, and look at these guys. They've already upgraded themselves that fast. That was actually amazing. Okay, so that means that generally I would need to do that much more often. So yeah, you could see that. Look at that. They upgraded themselves automatically just because we satisfied their conditions for getting an upgrade. So that really makes a big difference. All right, so yeah, now we're starting to unlock other things, like for example the village bar and the football pitch, a park. There's a nice park right here. Let me actually just build a nice park because it's fun to do that. There we go. There's a nice park. That actually looks really nice. And there you go. You have chosen the path you want to follow in this city. It will be the path of leisure, because we have 20 out of 20 green areas, and we apparently unlocked a bike. All right, good to know. Good to know. I have no idea where the bike is, but I guess it's going to be somewhere. Oh yeah, look, there's a graveled area, a nice park. Yeah, so I built the nice park, and we also have a paved area here as well as a main square. I need 40 actually green acres. All right, good to know. So another nice park round about here, maybe. Oh, I actually can't do that for some reason. Why can't I do that? What is actually stopping me from doing that? Not entirely sure, but I guess I'm just going to build it right next to the road there. All right, so yeah, now we have the grain silo. Obviously, this is something I should have done a while ago, but you know me, I kind of do like to get sidetracked randomly. So yes, just ignore that. Anyway, let me see. What do I actually need to... 2 or more farmhouses. Really? 2 or more okay, so I actually needed farmhouses next to each other. Oh, okay. I did not realize that. That is actually almost... I actually wonder whether that's even possible for me to do that. Huh. Yeah, that might be a bit difficult. I actually wonder. Okay, yeah, I don't know whether that's even going to be possible. Let me actually just try to do that. Grain silo. Ah, there we go, there we go. Okay, yeah, it is actually possible, but you need to be a bit careful about how you place your farmhouses. But there you go, I did it. Okay, amazing. Amazing, yes. And here's the minimap as well, by the way. So there's the minimap. You can see exactly where I have built and what kind of things I built. And you can see that this is a medium-sized map. I can assume that if you were to play on a giant-sized map, you would have an absolutely insane amount of space. So I'm actually wondering whether we want to take a look at that, to be honest. But yeah, anyway, you can make your city have its own laws. For that, you first need to build a neighborhood council. Okay, so where is the neighborhood council? Let me see. Okay, there's a dock, watermill. There's the neighborhood council. Okay, so I'm going to build them all the way over here because that is... you know, that governments, you know, they're a bit backward, right? We are going to... Oh my! Hello there! Now you can either right-click on the neighborhood council you built or press this and you will enter the edicts menu. You can launch 1 edict per 6 months. Alright, so what do we want to do? Wow. Okay, reduced working days. Boom. There you go. Villas are luxurious homes where people live well. To reach a villa, build 4 houses in a square shape. Away from your city, at least 5 tiles from any other house, and with at least 1 park. If you build 2 parks, the road will have trees. Remember that the process may take some time. Get a villa. Alright, well, this is pretty easy. It's there. Done. There you go, easily done. Alright, you can choose which path you want to follow, depending on which achievement you get first. Press the N key or click on the menu in the top left corner and then click on Achievements. There are 3 possible paths. I've already selected my path of leisure. Yes. Alright. Yeah, okay, so now here's the thing. I'm not a big fan of football, alright? Not a big fan of football, but there you go. We are apparently going to be doing that. So let me see. You will see that there are different ways to develop your city. Some mayors are not interested in football pitches. Okay. Very well then. Okay, so if you hover over the happiness, then you can see exactly what's happening there. Okay, right-click on your villa, and you can see that it upgrades into a mansion. I need to reach 6,500 population. Okay. And we can now build a watermill as well. So there's, where's the watermill? There are so many things. There's the watermill. Okay, so we can build that round about here. And water can also give you food. If you're playing on a map with water, build a dock. You can do it either in the city or in the river. Wow. But yes, this is exactly what I'm talking about. You could basically advance all the way from having pretty much peasant villages all over the place to having an absolutely sprawling metropolis. And in my opinion, this game does all of that very, very well and very smoothly at that. Anyway, if you'd like to check it out, there is a link in the description, and otherwise I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.